Same thing Nnamdi Kanu has been lamenting all about. All about. Nigeria is not working well. Give us Biafra. It became a big deal. Give us Biafra. Since Nigeria is not working well, because if Nigeria is actually working well and, you know, he's talking about Biafra, it will be as if, oh, he wants division. But at this point, it is not even about Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. Everybody is in this together. And it's not funny. As a matter of fact, I just feel so bad.
Yes, we are challenged by terrorism, banditry, and others. We recognize that. Are we doing something about it? Are we inspiring the armed forces? Are we encouraging them to fight? They put their lives on the line to defend the national sovereignty of this country. It is our responsibility. Take it as part of laundry list of discussions here. Your request is in my pocket. Follow up.
We take only one example. The governor of Kebbi said that somebody ordered troops out and people were kidnapped. Till today, nobody in Nigeria knows what happened. And no question has been asked. And we are sitting down here as a parliament and we turn and we talk. Yet, somebody is responsible. If I'm the commander-in-chief, I will call the army commander in that place and the head of the army and say, if you don't get me the head of this person, who withdrew the troops to put all these children in jeopardy? Then you make an example of him. That is how a country is run. A country is not run on pacification. A country is run on confronting issues.
Thing was held. Femi Adesina was there. Unfortunately, the late Buhari was also there. Malami and the rest of them were all there. Brutai, they were all there. And there was an agreement to destroy and kill Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. U.S. Perception on the judgment that took place on the 20th of November 2025, where we saw the worst judgment ever in the history of the world, where that kind of judgment is being passed to a man that has not been connected or has no link with any terrorist organization anywhere in the world. I'm talking about Nnamdi Kanu. And the US senators, the congressmen, immediately reacted and condemned the political judgment on Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, that also gives you an insight that that this is purely a proxy war by Bola Ahmed Tinubu against the Igbo nation, against the Igbo interests, and the continued oppression and suppression of the Igbo rise. And nobody age-long hatred to an extent. You deliberately sentenced the symbol of the highest and the biggest race in Africa. And in less than 24 hours, you ganged up and took Nnamdi Kanu in a kangaroo private jet to Sokoto. We have Southwest, we have South-South, we have Southeast, we have Middle Belt. You never considered what is actually Bola Ahmed Tinubu want to tell the Igbos at this time? That we are at war. Please, Obasanjo has reacted to what Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing. I don't want to know whether there is unnecessary agreement between the West and the Fulanis, and that their relationship is based clearly on how to destroy the Igbo nation. Would an average Yoruba man tell me that they love Fulani or they are enjoying a similar relationship? At every point in time, you notice the Nigerian political class is always on the other side of making sure that Igbos does not take one step, one single step forward. It is very clear
chief celebrant whom we are all
in that judgment.
for
Omotosho,
his
where is
very
the law?
responsible wife, his best part.
The world
Say
took
better
note of
part,
that.
his best part.
The EU took note of that.
The
The international community took note
two
of that.
musketeers,
Civil society organizations all over the world took note of that.
one head of state, then president,
And
one
then,
president,
how would the Nigerian government be feeling now?
one a title holder of Sokoto, and the
Was
chairman
Nnamdi
of
Kanu
his
not to be
region,
celebrated for alerting Nigeria
thinking ahead.
of the dangers ahead 7 good years ago, or more than 7 good years ago? Would such person be allowed to be such a brain and knowledge to perish because he's Igbo? Shame on the Eastern governors and Eastern politicians, especially Ojus Okalo and Benjamin. You want to become governor of Abia State? Come and become governor of Abia State. All the states that have moved to APC today in the South, South, and Southeast, Fulani have taken over all their forests. We have never seen anything like that in Akwa Ibom, but Akwa Ibom has experienced the first Fulani military attack
What
in a boys' secondary
he
school
doesn't have.
in Akwa Ibom. The Oni of Ife have just confirmed
It's a very,
that
very
Mazin Nnamdi Kanu
program
is right.
in this country.
It's only
And
Bola
it's
Ahmed
very
Tinubu, Remi Tinubu,
to
Bayo Onanuga,
thank all of you who turned up because the
Daniel Bwala,
showed how serious we are in overcoming
and those who have Fulani DNA in them
by honoring
in Nigeria, including in Igbo land. You should understand what I mean by Fulani DNA. That does not see and understand that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was just a symbol, a lonely voice of resistance. You want to become president of a nation that have never worked. When Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Tunde Bakare, we are on the other side. You should understand what I mean. This is a man who came and said he never believed in Nigeria. Today, Bola Ahmed Tinubu sentenced a man who said he doesn't believe in Nigeria to death sentence. Posterity have a way of repeating itself. You cannot say tomorrow what will become of this Yoruba Fulani relationship against the Igbos. I want to say it again, that the intervention of the international community has been confirmed by the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo. Nobody should say it is not a welcome development. We must understand that such mission is welcome and is something that should be allowed, because Nigerians are dying as a result of the so-called unity.
Okay, but with what is being currently being and said in the Nigeria House of Rep, we saw them, arguing, fighting over the, judgment that was passed on Nnamdi Kanu. But do you think that these people have what it takes to pressure Tinubu to finally give Nnamdi Kanu his freedom?
No, see, let me tell you very clearly. You can see that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was recently denied an appeal process. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is there. He's sitting down trying to frustrate that appeal. Like he's telling us that they have passed Nnamdi Kanu's judgment on Nnamdi Kanu, and he has no constitutional right for appeal. All those things you are seeing them doing in the National Assembly does not mean anything to me. This is not the first time we are seeing those kind of drama. But what we are saying in reality is this: is Mazin Nnamdi Kanu correct? A lot of people have resigned from Sokoto prison. The whole structure in Sokoto prison now has confirmed him as the president. And I told you, the Radio Biafra is there, live in Sokoto prison. It was happening. But the whole world is watching how a fellow Southern president, the Igbo man is not the one that killed Abiola. Igbos has always, if you look at the current human capital development index in Nigeria, the Igbos have the highest, and still they are not in government. Who is afraid of the Igbo rise? The sixth richest tribe in the world, the fourth most traveled tribe all over the world. Can't Nigeria understand that it is Nnamdi Kanu's right to say, I am not part of this? But you release your own brothers. And a northerner in the National Assembly is saying over his dead body, will they release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu? And Tinubu is dancing to the will and political atrocities the Northern Fulani political class has imposed, or they have ganged up because they set Igbo. I don't want to know whatever Sowore is doing. I don't want to know. But what is the real fact is that the Oni of Ife has said that the Fulanis have infiltrated the entire South, and they are busy saying APC, APC, APC. When the Canadian government has confirmed that the PDP and APC are terrorist organizations. Well,
someone's talking about the way Nnamdi Kanu was being sentenced. It was sentenced, they say it was so abrupt because the way it was quickly moved to Sokoto prison. At the same time, it was as if everything was mapped and planned out on how Motor Show quickly passed that judgment, and I think a day after it was moved.
I told you that a book written by Femi Adesina, that they were in underground when the meeting was held. Femi Adesina was there. Unfortunately, the late Buhari was also there. Malami and the rest of them were all there. Brutai, they were all there. And there was an agreement to destroy and kill Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. They infiltrated the Kenyan police without the Interpol headquarters acknowledging or that arrest or kidnap. They went to Kenya. The Kenyan government condemned it. They abducted. Now, the same government of Nigeria is saying that Malami and the rest of them should be called for questioning. Before, finally, ICC takes a stand on them. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu will not die in prison, and government must grant him the right of appeal. Yes, We can listen to Malema of South Africa saying that Nigeria has groomed another powerful Nelson Mandela, and that his reign is going to shake the foundations of the world before Biafra will come. For Biafra, the EU Parliament has taken note of that. You can see on the video I'm about to play to you now, you can understand that there's already a grand plan. Thank God for what is happening in Niger Delta today. The divide and rule imposed by these leaders of the Nigerian political class has continued to collapse.
Was also accused of instigating violence, especially in southeastern Nigeria, that resulted in the loss of lives and property of civilians, military, paramilitary, police force, and destruction of civil institutions and symbols of civil authorities. Self-acclaimed leader of the proscribed secessionist indigenous people of Biafra, Kanu, has, for your information, been intercepted through the collaborative efforts of the Nigerian intelligence and security services. He has been brought back to Nigeria in order to continue facing trial after disappearing while on bail regarding 11-count charge against him. Recent steps taken by the federal government saw to the interception of the fugitive Kanu on Sunday, the 27th day of June 2021. Inande Kanyi Nandi Ngozi Chukwu Oku Kanu was born on the 25th September 1967 at Afrauku, Abia State, Nigeria, and indeed a holder of Nigerian passport number AO A051368827, first issued on the 17th October 2013 at Festa, Lagos. For your information, distinguished members of the press, Kanu is as at now being produced before Federal High Court in continuation of hearing of his case, in respect of which he has evaded and indeed jumped bail. Thank you very much, distinguished members of the press, for your participation.
Ban on structured amnesty negotiation and ransom payment by any government entity. Mandate criminal justice enforcement over expediency. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, despite strong anti-kidnapping laws like life imprisonment, death penalty for kidnapping, the practice continues because it is alleged that government entities negotiate with bandits and pay ransom. That is one of the things that the House must investigate. Security analysts confirm that amnesty deals and peace negotiation, they legitimize violence. They embolden armed groups and undermine rule of law. Documented pattern across Zamfara, Katsina, Sokoto shows stage ceremonies where captives are released and rusty weapons surrendered, followed by rapid restoration or resumption of violence. What then is the legislative solution on that? The legislative solution required there is to ban unstructured amnesty negotiation and ransom payment by any government entity. Mandate criminal justice enforcement over expediency. Number 2 on that list is police funding crisis. Mr. Speaker, the Nigerian police force suffers from the following. Number 1, low budgetary allocation with incomplete and late disbursement. Number 2 is unaccounted state government and private donation creating corruption channels. Number 3 is no transparent auditing mechanism. And this is not starting with this administration. It has been there before now. So what is the impact of this? The impact of this is that operational paralysis is observed, inability to plan effectively is observed, and perpetuation of inefficiency is also recorded. What then is the legislative solution? Because for every problem, there must be a solution. The legislative solution here is to mandate sustained, predictable funding, require rigorous record keeping, and audit all Nigerian police funds, including donation. The number 3 is centralized policing model failure. Federal-only policing model cannot meet diverse localized security needs of 36 states and 774 local governments, Mr. Speaker. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Whether we call it state police, whether we call it community police, whether we call it local government police, the need to decentralize has become very necessary. Some argue for the amendment of Section 214 of the Constitution and the second schedule. Some say leave it as it is. Whatever it is important.
Good morning, everyone. Trust you all slept well. So a lot of people are just, I'm seeing some messages and I'm laughing. If you even go to our personal Facebook page, if you click on the link in my bio, it will take you to my personal Facebook page. I don't know if some of you know, I have a ministry, Arewa Christian Sisters Prayer Forum. That is my ministry. I'm the president and founder of that ministry. Because of the recent video I made talking about the injustice and all that is happening in the country, some people have said, you will not get anything from us again in the north. You will not get anything from us again in the north. You are now standing with the Igbos. Igbo people should be the one to be doing things for you now. I even see that they have even given me a name. Somebody said on Twitter that some of the northerners are now calling me Amaka. They say she's not one of us. She's not one of us. This one is Igbo. Her name is Amaka. Akan mutum ya faɗi gaskiya sai a canza mai suna. Wato ku gaskiya naku yana da addini kenan. Yana da wannan kenan. That means to say the truth now, to them, truth now have a religion, truth have a tribe and all that. So certain tribes should not talk about the truth, while certain tribes should talk about the truth. Is that what it means? Well, it's okay. Please, somebody should tell me the meaning of Amaka, because that is a new name that they have given to me. And our Eastern brothers and sisters. So officially, I have been handed over to you by my people. So I hope that you people will take care of me. I hope you people will take care of me. Tunda kunche weni iyamarachi that I am an Igbo. For speaking the truth, I am an Igbo. We are all part of the problem of this country. Somebody will come out and say the truth. You have problem with that person saying the truth. You say because they have said the truth, they are no longer one of you. You have disconnected from them. So practically, I have been disowned. I have been disowned. So my Igbo family people, you people are now the new family that I have. Please, so which of the eastern states is calling me so that I should pack my things and start coming?
Please, it's not genocide. Please, it's not this. But to me, I'm not safe. Come and help. Somebody offered you something you've been looking for. It is not going to start debating. What is it? Oh yes, me and my wife are living. We are hungry. Somebody discovered, oh, Peter Obi and his family can no longer eat. You are saying no. It's not true. And we ate in the morning, but the one of afternoon, collect the food first. And then you know how you can ration it. That's what it is. That's my reaction. What I would do, I would have gone, even today you declare me president, I can tell you, number one priority is security of life and property. Number two priority is to put people out of poverty. Because the more you put people out of poverty, the more you reduce criminality. Number 3 is to invest in education. It is critical for a basic education. There are millions of people out of school today. A child that is 5 years, 10 years today, did not educate, will become a terrorist and a problem for you in 20 years' time. So invest in him now. Now you have the opportunity. Invest in health. All these people are moving around stealing public money. They don't need it. You're only bringing headache to your life. So that's my reaction to Trump. For me, it's a welcome speech, but I would have been begging him